आम्ही स्टार्ट करतो क्लास 1 विकिन इंट्रोडक्शन टू प्रोग्रामिंग के करेया त्याला माम लो लेवल लँग्वेज म्हणा काय हाय लेवल लँग्वेज म्हणा काय आता आम्ही पायचाम यूज कररिया इट्स एन IDE सो इंटिग्रेटेड डेवलपमेंट एनवायरनमेंट तिसरी म्हणा काय तेगा नेक्स्ट आम्ही डेवलपर लँग्वेज काय 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 यूज केल्लव काय फ्रीक्वेंट कन होता केल्लव तेगा नेक्स्ट विकिनो Python cone carrier, Python basics kaya, case sensitive, basic data types of, and dynamically typed mana kaya. So tell us kia vikino ami silaya vaya. So and then last kana vikino there was one question Praveen many on the vikino the question pusi odaya. Python ama vikino on the variable declare ketikino assign keti piri tella declare karta madri ami kenna tamari restrict kartam sayya mani pusi odiyasi. So illa concept kayamanati constant many we have a concept in all the programming languages. So we have something called Java set static final many declare karti, we will not be able to declare it again. Tele madri atha ilama musia vikino JavaScript try karti const many try kari if I give a variable name we won't be able to declare it or say change the value of the constant variable again. Ilamam ruban hanna nuances seta ruban hanna differences seta but still constant manner it's the final value given to that variable. That is the fundamental concept of constants. But in Python, there is no such thing. So, variable assign kelatisi, we can keep on reassigning the variable, reusing the same variable. Lamari use kelvai. But one of the best practices many sana manati developers on the agreed best practice kayamanti if you see something which is declared on the full caps we can on the variable name we can declare karati tella we can as a developer we will not declare or reassign some value again. So illa variable name illa variable one menikin me on the variable use ketiyamati. The next use kelnath or havo many best practices in Sangiria. Python will not restrict you to do this, whereas the other programming languages will. But this is one practice followed by Python developers so that it is easy for us to maintain the code. Okay. So Teles, that is the answer for Praveen's question last week. And yes, and then data types as kikaya many silaya vaya basic data types among string mana words and then integer out here float out here boolean many under say which is true or false and then operator overloading we can say operator overloading musia we can sorry operators say operators addition subtraction assignment operators equal to sign. So comparison operators loops satolu if a greater than b if a less than b or less than equal to b tell us ki one value left side can right side compare kartolu comparison operators many sangatu take next to on concept say kayanati operator overloading many on say so what this will do is normal operator. 5 into 5 kararia. Answer 25 many out here. 5 plus 5 karati. Yes, 10 many out. For example, me avikin on the 5 the string 5 kin on the number 5 avikin run karati. Python the avikin karata sodna. Illa avikin can concatenate only string to string manai. Okay. illa vikin illa many string kan machildi annapi illa output vikin avanga 10 many avuna but 5 many avai because illa addition vikin it is adding a string and a string illa mathematical operations avuna because it is not a number type hetisi avanga 5 plus 5 10 many avai string type bhatalo 5 plus 5 will be 55. Ile madri, there is one more feature on operator overloading multiplication. If you say string 5 into 5, illa vikin tunga 5 many away. This is again a string type. Ana vikin plus operator overloading. I mean 5 plus 5, 55 many say. It's a multiply into 5 times karati. 5 times vikin ille character we can repeat here. It can be anything. We can illa we can 5 times repeat can nothing 5 times repeat right 3 4 3 3 4 3 repeat right. So this is more on operator overloading. So take next we can we saw something on the loops conditions some say conditions indentation we can Python by default kaiti on the block of code define kannamati indentation sangadi saskia chalagi which is used in all these if conditions functions all those things. So illamam tumi avikino the numbers at for a if condition avikin if x greater than 10 0 manati illa block of code jai. Take next if y is also greater than 0 manati unga illa print hoyai hina jeti illa vikin x is positive but y is not in all right illa x is ya vikino unga satisfy hona jeti x is negative or 0 any of it. So illa amigos as a recap we can end this. So atta we can both are positive numbers. Yes illa we can both are x and y are positive many of the next illa condition x we can pass a so illa line of code avatolu illa else condition else condition x is positive but y is not any of the atta we can x minus 10 minute hatol x negative minute hatol x is negative or 0 mini order illa mam onte onta nanna flaw many manana illa the way it is written is ami x oda value c likino see total loop decide karva y can be anything ata y avikino tunga y many minus 5 hodirasi manati prathani or y positive can reti many tunga we can x positive can say in he many first sorry. So y positive can reti many avanga we can line out there because this condition is checking only for x. So let's total recap on what we have seen. Quick 5-10 minutes recap. Ilamam to me practice careers. If you have any doubts, you can ask now. Roshan, Ritvik. Ilamam kaiti doubts say yeah? Yes, no.
Neither.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Fine. Then next we can know. I mean, at the loops in detail. So I last week just touched area, but illavar we can I mean loops. Kaya many detail concept why. Tegamdadi, we will talk something on the built-in functions. So built-in functions mana kaya manati. On the basic operation high. Tella by default we can available can high. So tunga we can on the string on the word equal length many dekidhanna manati many. On the print ski we can built-in functions that is going to give some output or accept some input. So on the function tumi declare kannata already the programming languages by default there are C many manati the function can hedi it is going to be a built-in function. So telamamu before going to loops ami avikino range manadi on the function kaya many sitanga range manati tella avikino three arguments kallai. Basically, by the word range, we can high level programming language hal human readable kona legita sareki tella icharani relate kelvai. So by the word range, yes, it is going to be from one point to another. Tella ranges we can let define kerva. So tella mari define kartol default tella range manari function avikinu it will accept three parameters. Unta vikinu start of the range, angunta vikinu end of the range, angunta vikinu ikka steps ennam. So range manatolu, 0 to 10 manariya on the range, 1 to 100 manariya on the range, 50 to 60 manat on the range. So illes vikin range nantariya. So by default vikin goes first range manati on the 10 length print carry sengana. So amila print karariya to misias manati range of 10 minute print karva. But the actual response avikin tunga 0, 10 many out high. That is because the default value avikino it starts from 0. To me, any programming language khalati, index many dusatam many Python many vatakarva or on the value to me color rasi many manati. The range will always start from 0. The index will always start from 0. Count karatol many on the count karatolu humans we can count karatol 1 2 3 many count karan but tunga on the program count karatolu 0 1 2 many count correct unga range we can 2 many hours see last index we can 2 many hours manati you have to how done no the total values will be 3 like index we can maximum index 2 manati. So already programming kalayatan this is very basic concept to see, but still as we are going to go from the base on the from school kids to college kids Askithenga ever podare healthy we are going in deep. So range manatolu tunga 0 to 10 manariya start here. Illa mamusi on examples avikino carry seed why. So illa first example loop for loops mavengeno, but again loops manatolu I am going to do for I in range menti illa range avikin tunga 0 to 10 length hanjariya, but illa mami kai menriya manati starting value is inclusive. Starting value 0 is inclusive and the end value is exclusive. Illa mama vikin 10 is end value, end vikin exclusive, 10 vikin exclusive method. And the step size is always 1. So matami illa mama print karati illa for manariya it's a keyword for a loop, and illa in manariya on element illa tamam illa range seya many sarias avikino illa in manariyataga meaning. So illa combination mami likatolu for I in many likatolu illa I value avikino it will start from 0, it will go till the end. Range kollamamri start horaski it will go till the end. So let us see. So to me see rehti we are starting from 0, we are going till 9. We will go to one more example. So Ilamam Seti, we are starting from 5 and going till 9 because 10 is exclusive. Okay. Next item Seti. Ilamam, we will not have anything because to me range many manatolu start and stop start avikin tunga khallas rana end avikin uncharana Ilama avikin machidiriya. We are trying to define a range from 15 to 10 manatolu this will not give any value. I manariya illa range mu hana because there is no value in this range. And one more example for step. Step manapolu. illa step vikinu ikka steps hadai illa range mu ikka steps hadai manariya illa range. Range start vikin 1 undiriya. Illa vikinu tunga 14 manariya till range media. 2 steps at a time vikin ami hadan jariya. So 1 number start करेगा 1 3 5 7 9 11 and 13. So इल्ले से विकिनो दूसरा steps हम पजा मनती तुम्ही steps काय की तैयारी वाली. So इल्ले विकिन 1 14 1 7 and 13 होंगे. So इल्ला माम तुंगा विकिन पैसे 13 मनी देरस मनती 1 किन 7 मटुमा वही 13 now because 13 is the end value which is exclusive. So this is one of the built-in function. Unga range manariya vikin normal can for loop use by. There are other places where we use, but in general as a start for beginners, this is range for you. There are some other basic functions, built-in functions where that is Sangamadri for finding the length of the word means string. I mean, we know length manariya we can len manariya on the function to get the length of the string. List as ki ami but for now on the word length dekidhenna anati we will go length of len of string. Okay, and ilamamusi atatumi the operator overloading satalo we had on the number of text sangadi cherry print karta try kareya hoyani on the text multiply kareya but on the 5 into 5 5 5s audio instead of 25. So illa madri avanga kollati on a type mismatch avarasi but we still want to enforce ata one program likatolu we know ami avikino number 10 mavayi ni string 10 mavayi illa operation navikin correct kelvayin many kalai ami avikino dusra program dependent kan sa ami on the amunda developer like a program or illa networking mo dusra APIs application program interface undi ami dusra date avanga data avaras tella data avikino string sathe number can convert kelna ni number can sathe string can convert kelna mati. There are few functions which will help us to do, which is str of manitayati tella number avikino unga string can convert ho jai. So tumi ata let's say for example me on the purpose ko me 10 many print can many how to lati le 10 moga vikin print karta sonna ata me on tham avikino 10 standard A section many print can many melati this avikin illa avikin string avikino string avikin print karta sonna kai sange melati illa operator avikino illa 10 menariya number illa avikin avanga print karta sonna. So going back to illa number hettikino illa number avikin convert carry string can convert carry then me avikino print kararasi manati I will be able to get number again converted to string and converted plus a manatol moga 10 manariga responsibility nodali illa itcher vice versa. So result avikin on string seta but avikino tunga number paja padariya manatolu tumi you can convert this back as number and then use +1. Ilama mavikinu tunga 10 101 now 10 plus 1 11 can collide because the converted back munariya the number. Illa vikin number can machayariya. So again, once again, basic built-in functions, which is readily available in Python. Illa madri, there are like, we go search karatesi, there are lot of mathematical functions, string length, lemari booleans, lemadri list list related functions, dictionary mini on the data types, data type functions. Jugia we can by usage we will be able to master it. Ilaski seta ilamari seta amenaria. Lo one language robo machai. So illada vikino length len menaria JavaScript mavikin tunga .length many full word mavai. Illada vikino vikin tungi ata vikino for example int many menaria. दूसरा language or JavaScript मोसी तुमका parse int मनारिया function हम है purpose अविकिन same मोसी concept एला काय कररिया मनी same मोसी but इल्लमाम उन्टा syntax हम है उन्टा keyboard हम है तुमका दूसरा language हम दूसरा keyboard हम है so that is one reason why इल्ला built-in functions इल्ला once familiar है यति any developer will be able to develop in any language. If you ask me 10 years, 7 years, 8 years can me JavaScript mo seta illa me hinda kai herna horiya manaria I'm spending just 1 or 2 hours before this session to prepare because the concepts so the built-in so askia unga dusra language am kalai illa language am kona seta manaria I mean programming go sikadi denjariya in Python so programming plus basics kalai healthy the syntaxes kona seta illa mam built-ins kona seta illa kona behave karai mani kalali I'm able to do this session. So tella vikin as a developer on the rovodine experience hoya manati to me illa ABS ki common kan askitama maude ata JavaScript mani tunga illa ABS ki seta. So one language I mean familiar kan hoile seta build ketriya manati any programming language you give tomorrow as a developer, you will be able to, in a week, on the programming language, we can sikla tamsik. So, to me, the approach, we can know, konti, we can to me, C na sikirasi, to me, Python na sikirasi, we can know, illa language, to me, sikira anna manati. Anga programming language manaria, on the basic, illa mami, illa complex problems, aski, me, illa programming language, solve karasi. If you give me 1 week or if you give me some time, I'll be able to catch it up. Manarias to the hiring question pusatolo confident can American sample by. Programming language, everything behaves the same. Robo machai syntax machai na tavira. Robo core concepts machai na tavira. On the normal for loop, on the normal logic, addition logic will be same. Okay. Take a next step. We will see what is list. List manaria.
Hello.
Sango.
More doubt that. So converted back many on the example in here. Converted back into the icon converted in here.
Hi.
Tella mata one badal ye to me mulla example hashtag mhare na to tella ye kanu hode heti kai hre. Say tella ta 10 we can into machati error aviki he.
Okay. We can know converted to see we can know you wanted to this. Less not expected.
10a manaria at we can know print converted plus a mini on so tella on the store here. 10a we can integer can machina mini manat kai hui
10 to me integer kan machatam sunana because
error
10
avayu
a number high illa error.
okay
It's not an integer.
okay
I mean
okay
number kan
illa doubt
say for example illa on the 10 manari on the number halti it is able to do to me lama
okay
string dikino number kan machana manati musana
okay tele error avai ki kai pusaka thank
error
you
high high.
okay thank you
Okay. So yes, going back to list. List is a new data type. I mean, everything seriously. I mean, basic data types in Satalo, we had string manati only under string, number manati only under number, boolean manati only under boolean, or something complex number mana onta value say. List mana kaya manati multiple items in the same variable. At the onta box one day on the value thoughtam say many manati the last to the basic data types. List is a data type where you can put multiple values inside it. One day variable no to rahala vikinu jugu values avikin thoughtam say. Telamamu see they are mutable many manaria. Mutable manaria we will see what it is in detail. Mutable, immutable. I mean next our session some savai. But mutable mana kaim illat kaim mean karare manati. After to me on item tavaras manati the item avikino say ordered elements kana high. I mean erkane so the range manaria 0 start hoy. The 0 start hori avikino multiple items tavatolu. First item illa, second item illa, third item illa, fourth item illa, many. I mean, tell values avikin assign here. Telamamu. So me first item mattu machuna. Tamawalla first item 1, 2, 3 many seta. Telama first item 1. Me 1 avikin 5 kan machuna manati machildu. Machlata musai. Tella machlata musaria ability is called as mutable. There are places where we will not be able to change. On the strings are generally immutable. Now the string to me declare kati first character of the string within machana manati. To me, there are few places where you can, but in general strings many avutalo first character of the string machatam suna. To me tell string wikinu break carry substring kan khalli novo string kan memory assign carry pana kelluvaina tavira. Tell a particular string avikin to the hull value avikin assign karte mani tella khaluna. So that is mutable and immutable. I mean detail kan on the session I'm saying not here. But illa avikin list avikin by tella syntax kona manati square brackets bitaru comma separated kano tunga number of elements avikin assign kelluva. Tella mama avikinu heterogeneous many on the concept seta kayam manati atha on the list to me manaras manati tella list mu number many tholuvai string many tholuvai boolean many tholuvai any data types we can tholuvai. And one more feature kayam manati you can add elements to the already declared list. So to me we can slice kelluvai slice manati tella hada kelluvai he illa item mattum kalluvai illa range he illa range kalluvai. So ASCII features we can built-in functions most in the list we can support correct. So this is about list. I mean loops jare halti list mana kaya many sariga list mangu jugu methods ata will push it to class 4 max kona karata index mana kaya telaski I mean next class we can feel by. Okay, and ata we'll go deep inside loops. Loops manatolu for loops ata I mean last class mari I mean last class if condition length city for loop just touch karaya for loops ata anga while loops ata. Now we know what is list ata avra halti avikinu on the list sate askia access kenna manati again on the 10 minutes mundadi vata karatolu on the sample for lokumu in keyword avikinu it will iterate through every element illa element illamam setakin he minarias sariasi and for loop is for number of items. So Ilamama, we can any logic you want to solve, you have to decide whether you want to use for loop or a while loop. Ilamama, there are choosing the right loop manatolu. Tungo ikka number of iterations many first to kalai many manati first to kalai manati ato on the range of items 1 to 100 many sir to me 100 times illa run kenna manati you can go for loop tella range avikin tunga define hai avade tumi for loop start kartam dadi tunga tella define kartam sai manati you can go to for loop illa tella range avikin 1 to 100 many havai 1 to 1000 many havai 1 to 10,000 many havai. But you know that in a number of times I'm going to execute the same code for 100 times when I healthy, you can go for loop. Ilesi, to me, while loop kobamanati, you will start executing the code on whenever the condition is true. Ata tunga on the condition true hotalentu me the code kenna. Adadu for example, on the marathon set, we can on the exercise carrier Dhamaria Manati. Me 1 kilometer is Dhamu Manaria on the defined. Me tired hotalantu Dhamu Manaria, the condition on the Koba meet high Kalana. In code Karatol on the Kalana. So tell Mari on the logic solve Karatolu, we can go for while loop. While loop we can want a point careful can kai hanamanati. There should be some place where it is going to come out. Ata while loop avikinu endu hona manati tella infinite loop bitar jade. Adavadu tella ami code robo correct siani on the edge case sutia manati. There is a lot of chance that the code will go to an infinite loop. Tella mari infinite loop jatalo. To the response either to me on the print the part print ke le jai Nihina jeti it will go and to me kaiti on the variable access carry variable assign kararas manati tella variable avikinu memory move increase aleri at some point it will crash. So while loop avikin roba careful can use kenna for loop summary. So that is on for loop and while loop. Yes, ata me normal list we are doing for fruit in fruit. So illa we can illa mari declare karatolo illa we can actual variable which is a list. Illa fruit manaria on a temporary variable which will keep changing for every item. So illa print fruits many area we can I mean say so illa variable avikino it will get assigned apple avikin fruit bitarjai. So I mean print karatalo apple is a fruit, banana is a fruit, orange is a fruit many anga. So a list manatalo anga illa defined list set we are going for forward. Okay. Next avikino sample while loop. Sample while loop me kai manare I want to count till 5 summer Ghana set number length me 0 only count kelle avu. Manaria zilla logic. Kai karari amati while count less than 5 first iteration again. First time avikino illa 0 kanthaji. 0 kanthatol yes it will print the 0. Again count plus equal to 1 many area. So let plus equal to operator set which means line count equal to count plus 1 manaria see the shortcut count plus equal to 1 many likaria. So count 1 many high again 1 many machai because count is changing to 1, 2 many machai, 3 many machai, 4 many machai, 4 many machatol print hayai. Print hoyetar we are making this as 5. The 5 manaria it is not lesser than 5. So we can break here. So for example, tunga 0 to 5 length pajamanati, the comparison operator again equal to 5 length on Ketia maybe 0 to 5 manare printer. So illes core concepts illa mom we can have nested loops. Nested loop manati on the for loop bhitar on the for loop. So tunga we can the for loop the logical problem avaya the for loop we can use kenna dia. First we can say on the areas at the area we can at the Chennai Kalarasi, Chennai Kalatolo, we have like 10, 15 areas at the 15 areas on the area on the 10 streets at the many Tolati, Telamari on the data structure out. I mean, Kai Kerver, first on the area, ASCII area, I mean, parse can now, plus on the area set on the streets we can data parse can put. Telamari on the real time sample avatolu. The data set I mean, we can always give the for loop and we will be able to access those values. Normal can the for loop or theme for loop avatolu. The value kona or access kartam say he illa 0 to 1 0,1 aski avatolu. To me ango advance kan jatolu. On this in logical problems away. Logical problems to solve karta illa madri nested for loops. So for loops with the if conditions. So telamama we can know angonda for loop. Telamari we can use karta. So illa mama mika level pana jilwai. For loop many we can know nested for loops. It can be go to n levels. It can go to n levels. Okay. Illa for loop we have a few things to notice. In general loops Kopati by for in one condition I want to stop the for loop or any loop manati on the keywords at the break manari on the keywords at the. So we can count layer ho he me on the vekarta tele vekaria we can abatikam mobile loop stop ketuai on the range area say for example we can illa on the fruit we can ami kolla index pani dekidhenna mo banana many avatar more loop stop kara fit jayi tella we can ango 100 fruits rahi Askithenga we can be jelair hana many avasyan ni tele mari tumi on the person data set list of people set on the phone number avatar tunga we can for loop stop ketna matolu tumi break manariya on the keyword use kelluvai he illa values avateru to me the block of code execute kenata next loop jeduva next iteration jeduva adavadu illa items skip kettuvo manatolu I mean continue manari on the keyword use kelluva. So take some examples. Here we can kai horiya manati the for loop set a number in range manari I already see thiria 5 can heti break ketta many manariya illa for loop ku hibir hot manarias illa code. So 5 hotal length print kelle avai 5 hoya manatkam break hoye break manariya kaya manati illa line of code avikino it will break this particular line or this particular block illa indented block kevikino ega sommat seta next item kavai next block kavai. So illa we can to nested for loopum tair heti the for I again next to for number 2 illa mari taiti illa we can know this means that illa break we can know is only for this particular for loop and not this for loop. So to me at the next time run karti many illa 0 to 4 avaya but let's see what this is going to do. Illa we can know it will have a different result because illa for loop running musata it will run 10 times on the number 2 many avari amanati Let's print this number. So to me, let's say the 0 to 4 is we can 10 times print by because illa for loop break idea, illa for loop break idea. So to me break tavare amanati many nested for loop can have full tunga break can amanati. You should write your own logic to break here. Ita illa davat kamu break hoyiriya many amount of break. Sayati tunga we can know illa loops adi bahada. So this is on break. And there's continue manaria concept. Say for example, illa operator kayamna illa modulus operator mini mention. To me, we can division mathematics division kalayam nati. By 2 manati you will get jatam dali so 10 by 2 many colors manati 5.0 manari but ega quotient kaya many sana ni remainder kaya many sana nati tunga by 2 manari quotient remainder avikin divide karatolo it is 0. So tella remainder paja manatolo avikin modulus operator use kallivadi. Ata me 10 divide by 3 karadiya 3 karatol more remainder paja manatolo remainder is 1 339 avdai 10 minus 9 avikin remainder 1 no so avdai me by 3 karatolo avanga 3.333 avdai but whole number kan paja more remainder paja manatolo modulus operator use kallivadi. Okay, ata illamam kai depend karariya manati the number avikin by 2 0 can head the remainder avikin 0 can head continue care continue manatolu next iteration jada next number jada deenaja number print kedi ni manaria illa run kari seti tunga avekino illa number first number avekino it will be 1 then next to 1% 2 avekino 1 divided by 2 karatolu tunga remainder avikin again 1 is away. So once at the hull 1 is not equal to 0. 1 we can not equal to 0. Illa we can print prints 1. Okay. At the next item jai. Next item jar this will become 2. 2 by percentage of 2 we can know 0 many hoyai. 0 equal to 0 c. Continue hoyai. It will not print this line. illa line avatamdadi control avikin free illa for loop ku jadai. Similarly 3 avatolo illa avikin 1 no 1 halchato tunga again check karatal 1 not equal to 0 prints 3. So illa logic to me seti to me illa already familiar concept or if you are already into programming illa seti kam let's say what is the program to print the odd numbers from 1 to 10 manati line of code avikin little while village avikino the logic avikino to print even numbers many mentia manati to me illamam avikino illa condition deti illa print many tavai illa comment kelva. So tunga we can 0 to 48 0 ha but 2486 manaria or hal manatam say illa mamu se we can moga mi tellama machnata illa paja manati you can always do not equal to 0 same results are either illa print kararia aminaja illa jari. So that is on continue on the operation we can skip carry to me free loop jana manatol to me continue use karano illa condition mu break carry illa for loop ku break ketta manatolu break many use kali. So illa we can continue and break inside the loops. Okay, so this is on loops and list built in. So ask here. So, Ilamam Kaiti questions or Kaiti doubts for today?
Neither.
Okay.
Dale, nested loop புரிஞ்சவங்க.
Okay, nested loop. Nested loop manariyavikin tunga for loop bhitar amount of for loop here you will go for nested loop. For
Okay.
example, ata tunga one to for loop avikino to me say on the items three times avikin kenna plus illa three times print karatolu tunga avikin one second hold on. Okay. So ఏడు tunga వంట real example మనకి వంట నెట్ ఉండికినో హెడర్ గా which is this ada illa we can manati for example to me multiplication tables we can me print kenna manariya concept manati ami multiplication table kai kerve tunga 1 and 1 ones are 1 twos are 1 threes are we can 10 times avuna
Hey.
like to 2 avatolu 2 ones are 2 twos are फिर tele 10 times avuna 3 avatolu 3 या 10 times avuna so tunga we can 10 into 10 times we can run kenna illa rows and columns 5 manati 5 into 5 times we can tunga run kenna so tella we can requirement illa we can turhal one ta lopum kartam sayya or hal musuna ami kai kenna suppose for example illays we can moga tables we can kenna horiya manati so we print ఇలా 1 to 5 అవుతాయి 1 to 5 అన్నా 1 into 1 okay ఇలా we can tunga we can one table we can tunga 5 1 ones are 1 3 1 ones are 1 fives are 5 ಅಂತ ಕೆತ್ತರಿಯ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೊಗ we can 2 many ಪಜ 3 many ಪಜ ಮನತೋಳು మీ either మీ ಕಾಯಿಗೆರು ಮನತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ರೇಂಜ್ we can I am going to okay ilamam avikin to misheti 1 ones are many away but turahal avikin 2 ones are jai 1 twos are many avna so mi kai kerhana manati illa to see 5 times 5 lines didikino mi kai kerhana illa avikin into 2 kerhana into 3 into 4 into 5 carry into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 5 kerhana so tumi ata seti yes moga avikin 1 ones are 2 1 fives are out here 2 to 10 out here 3 to 15, 4 to 20, 5 to 25. Illa we can solve here. Now to me notice karati illa we can again a repeated codes. आम्ही instead of आम्ही 5 times print करता बदलू वंट for loop हविकिनो आम्ही हविकिन वंट for loop reduce केलारिया मी 25 items print करता बदलू 5 items मट्टुम थोवली वंट variable थोवली तुंगा हविकिन 5 times print करारिया बट तुम्ही अंगु detail कन इल्ला चौदी सेती इल्ला मेनी हविकिन और हाल भराट कलिया होता मुझसे by another variable so तेल्ला हविकिन तुंगा derive करना ही solve करना मनतोलो you will use another for loop. Another for loop manatolo. First for loop rows kaudai, second for loop columns kaudai. Il product avikin product mani audai. Tunga il artha tumi print karatolo. You will get one ones are avikino nested for loops mo. So halti avikin illa achieve kartum sari. Illa print f of s ki ami seelangeno, but me if you see from outside, this is one of the application. फॉर लूप रहता है बट तुम्ही त्याला फॉर लूप भितर में नहीं वंटा रेपिटेटिव एक्शन करा रासी नहीं मग विकिन रेपिटेटिव कन त्याला मामूसी त्याला नंबर ऑफ आइटम्स मु फिरी मी कायती वंटा एनालाइज करना नहीं आस्की डेटा फिरी मो पजा पड़ा रिया मैंने तो लो आमी विकिन वंटा फॉर लूप अंगुंटा फॉर लूप ताइली इला मादरी आमी नेस्टेड फॉर लूप्स में यूज करता
Okay, right. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. So again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to learn and teach one more time. My next session Amango will go to in detail list, dictionary, Telamari data types and gadi. Next set of functions manakaya, why we are using functions. Our built-in functions pati say user defined functions manakaya kona dhaya manaria. Next session I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you.
For joining. Any questions say I'll go 6 minutes sir. नहीं दूसरा कायती वाता करना दूसरा कायती पुसना मनते मनी
Okay. Sure. Me recording panad stop ke tu so and then kondi wata